If you bought one of these 7 trucks in the last 3 years, you made a costly mistake. And you are not alone. Right now, owners across America are watching their $70,000 pickups lose value faster than ice melts in summer. Mechanics are refusing to work on them. Veteran technicians are calling these models financial disasters on wheels. These are trucks built with experimental technology that is failing before warranties even expire. We are talking about trucks losing 40% of their value in just 24 months. The manufacturers pushed these trucks to market before the engineering was ready. And now regular people are paying the price. Hit subscribe if you want the truth about today's trucks. But first, what truck do you own? Let us know in the comments. There is a big problem. The truck industry has abandoned what made American pickups legendary. Instead of building on proven engineering, manufacturers rushed experimental technology to market. What we are seeing is not normal depreciation. This is financial devastation. Trucks with $70,000 price tags are now worth barely $30,000 just 2 years later. That is not the usual 20% hit. We are talking about 40% to 60% losses, bankrupting Americans who needed these trucks for work. Experienced mechanics across the country are refusing to work on these models. Shop owners have turned these trucks away because they cannot ethically charge for repairs they know will not last. One 35-year veteran technician in Texas told me these are no longer trucks. They are rolling computer experiments with beds attached. People are desperately trying to sell these vehicles before values drop further. One owner was paying $1,200 monthly on a truck worth $25,000 less than what he owed. He cannot sell it, trade it, or afford to keep it. Dealerships and manufacturers are quietly distancing themselves. Service departments are booked for months. Parts are on back order. Warranty claims are being denied. The industry knows what they sold you. They are hoping you will not notice until it is too late. Number 7. Ford F-150 Lightning. The F-150. Lightning represents the biggest gap between marketing promises and ownership reality in automotive history. Ford promised a revolution. They said this truck could do everything a gas F-150 could while saving money and the planet. Instead, they delivered an expensive experiment leaving owners stranded. The EPA estimated range of 320 miles quickly becomes 160 miles in real-world conditions. Add a trailer, cold weather, or highway speeds, and that number drops even further. Owners report making range calculations like fighter pilots running on fumes. They are constantly anxious about whether they will make it home. One Colorado contractor keeps a gas generator in the bed, completely defeating the entire purpose of owning an electric truck, just so he will not get stranded between job sites. The charging infrastructure Ford promised would support these vehicles has not materialized. Public chargers are frequently broken, incompatible, or occupied. Home charging requires expensive electrical upgrades many owners did not budget for. One Michigan owner called his $70,000 truck the world's most expensive driveway ornament after discovering his rural home needed $8,000 in electrical upgrades to charge it properly. Battery replacement costs are the ticking time bomb Ford does not want to discuss. When these complex battery packs fail, and early data shows alarming failure rates, owners face replacement costs exceeding $30,000. That is more than many used Lightnings are worth on the open market today. Insurance companies are increasingly refusing to cover these replacement costs, leaving owners holding the financial bag. The resale market has completely rejected used Lightnings. Auction prices have collapsed. Many trucks sell for less than 50% of their original price after just 18 months. Dealers will not take them as trade-ins except at massive losses. And private buyers are educated enough now to stay far away. One auction manager told me they cannot move Lightnings at any price. They just sit on the lot until we practically give them away. Number 6. Ram TRX. Stellantis took the reliable Ram 1500 platform and transformed it into an unreliable money pit with the TRX. The truck looks impressive on paper, but ownership has been anything but impressive. The supercharged 6.2-liter Hellcat engine produces an impressive 702 horsepower, but at catastrophic cost to reliability, fuel economy, and owner wallets. These trucks average 8 to 10 miles per gallon in real-world driving, if everything is working properly. With current fuel prices, TRX owners report spending $300 to $400 weekly just to commute to work. The 33-gallon tank provides barely 300 miles of range. That means owners are constantly at gas stations watching money flow out almost as fast as the fuel flows in. Maintenance costs are astronomical, even by luxury standards. Oil changes require 8.5 quarts of synthetic oil and specialized filters costing $250 minimum. The supercharger requires regular maintenance costing $1,500 each time it needs service. The massive brakes, complex suspension, and specialized tires all wear at accelerated rates due to the truck's immense weight and power. One Texas owner documented spending over $9,000 on maintenance costs in his first year of ownership alone. These are essentially track vehicles masquerading as daily drivers. The components were not designed for everyday use, and they are failing accordingly. Supercharger bearings, fuel pumps, and transmission solenoids are common failure points before 40,000 miles. When these components fail, many owners discover parts are on nationwide backorder for months. Insurance companies have finally caught up to the TRX risk profile. Many owners report insurance costs exceeding their monthly loan payments. Several major insurers stopped writing new policies for TRXs altogether, classifying them alongside exotic sports cars rather than trucks. Combined with depreciation exceeding 45% in just 2 years, TRX owners are trapped in financial quicksand with no easy way out. Number 5. Chevrolet Silverado EV. General Motors promised the Silverado EV would reinvent the electric truck segment. Instead, they delivered a lesson in overpromising and underdelivering. The software controlling these trucks is fundamentally unstable. Owners report weekly updates that frequently break more features than they fix. One Michigan owner documented his truck locking him out after an update, requiring a flatbed tow to a dealership where it sat for 17 days. Battery degradation is occurring at alarming rates. Some first-year owners already report 20% to 30% capacity loss. Trucks that initially delivered 250 to 300 miles now struggle to reach 200 miles. GM warranty only covers battery capacity if it falls below 70% within 8 years. Many owners experiencing 20% degradation have no recourse. The service network for these vehicles does not exist. Traditional Chevy dealers lack equipment and training to address electric powertrains. Multiple owners report being turned away because no technician is certified yet. When service is available, wait times stretch into months. The widespread charging port failures are most concerning. Many owners report complete inability to charge after just months of ownership. One California owner has had his Silverado EV at the dealership for over 60 days waiting for parts that do not exist yet. A reminder of what trucks used to be? Before we continue, I want to share something that shows what we have lost in modern truck manufacturing. One viewer commented about their 1996 Dodge Dakota with the 2.5-liter engine. This truck has 425,000 miles on it. It does not smoke. It is kind of rusty. It has taken out 2 deer and 1 Toyota SUV over the years. The owner said, "Best truck I ever owned." Think about that. A truck from 1996 with 425,000 miles. Still running strong. No major problems. Just basic maintenance. Compare that to these modern trucks failing before 50,000 miles. Trucks costing 3 times as much but lasting 1/10 as long. That is what we have lost. That is what manufacturers have taken away from hard-working people. Number 4. GMC Hummer EV. The GMC Hummer EV represents the most misguided vehicle program of the modern era. GMC took everything problematic about the original Hummer and made it worse by adding a massive battery pack. They created a 9,000-pound monster destroying infrastructure, owner finances, and itself. At over 9,000 pounds, more than 2 Honda Civics combined, the Hummer EV is literally too heavy for many residential driveways, parking structures, and rural bridges. Owners report cracked concrete, damaged asphalt, and structural concerns with home garages. This extreme weight affects everything from tire wear to brake performance. Initial buyers paid over $100,000. Today, used examples sell for $70,000 to $80,000. One finance specialist called it the fastest depreciating new vehicle in modern history. Some owners lost over $50,000 in value during their first year. The massive 35-inch tires cost $600 to $800 each and wear out at 10,000 to 15,000 mile intervals. That is $2,400 to $3,200 in tire costs annually. The enormous 212 kilowatt-hour battery pack requires massive electricity and time to charge. Even on 350 kilowatt fast chargers, a full charge takes over an hour. On home chargers, owners report 12 to 16-hour charging times. Parts availability is a nightmare. Owners report waiting 3 to 4 months for basic body panels. One Colorado owner has had his truck at the dealership for over 90 days waiting for a control module. Number 3. Ford Maverick Hybrid. Ford marketed the Maverick Hybrid as the perfect affordable truck for urban dwellers. At a starting price under $25,000, it seemed too good to be true. Owners are discovering it was too good to be true. The continuously variable transmission paired with the hybrid system is catastrophically unreliable. Owners report complete transmission failures before 30,000 miles. Symptoms include violent shuddering, loss of power, and total drivetrain disengagement while driving. Ford service bulletins acknowledge these issues. But parts shortages mean owners wait 2 to 3 months for repairs with no loaner vehicles provided. The hybrid system turns even simple maintenance into dealer-only procedures. Basic brake service now requires specialized tools and software. One owner was quoted $400 for a basic brake inspection that would cost $80 on a conventional vehicle. Independent shops are refusing to work on these trucks, directing owners back to overwhelmed dealerships. Build quality issues are emerging at alarming rates. Interior trim detaches during normal use. Door seals fail. Electrical problems multiply. One owner documented 14 dealer visits in the first year alone. Payload and towing capacities are proving optimistic. Owners report significant suspension sag and dangerous handling when loaded to capacity. The hybrid powertrain struggles with inclines when towing. And fuel economy, the primary selling point, plummets under load. Ford's aggressive warranty denial strategy is most concerning. Owners report being denied coverage for known defects based on trivial issues or unfounded abuse claims. As these vehicles age out of warranty, owners face repair bills exceeding the depreciated value of their trucks. Number 2. Toyota Tundra. For decades, Toyota trucks were synonymous with bulletproof reliability. The redesigned 2022 Tundra was supposed to modernize the platform while maintaining legendary dependability. Instead, Toyota delivered the most shocking reliability collapse in automotive history. They destroyed a reputation built over 50 years in less than 24 months. The twin turbocharged V6 that replaced the proven V8 has become the poster child for rushed development. Owners report catastrophic engine failures before completing the break-in period, often with less than 5,000 miles. These are not minor issues. These are complete engine replacements from fundamental design flaws Toyota never resolved before production. Internal investigations revealed widespread metal contamination inside these engines. Manufacturing debris, including metal shavings and casting sand, is circulating through oil passages. This contamination is destroying bearings, timing components, and turbochargers from within. One master technician called these engines ticking time bombs due to contamination issues Toyota has not publicly acknowledged. The recall situation is a nightmare. Many trucks received multiple engine replacements only to have the replacements fail with identical issues. Toyota's service network is overwhelmed. One Washington owner documented waiting 74 days for his engine replacement. The new engine failed within 1,200 miles. The resale value collapse is particularly shocking for Toyota trucks. Current Tundras are depreciating at twice the rate of previous generations. Used values are falling 30% to 35% in the first year. Auction data shows many 2022 models selling for less than 60% of original MSRP. Many owners report increasing difficulty getting warranty claims approved. Service advisors speak of internal pressure to classify failures as owner-induced damage rather than manufacturing defects. The brand that defined customer service excellence is now the subject of multiple class action lawsuits from betrayed owners. Number 1. Rivian R1T. The Rivian R1T tops our list as the perfect case study in why venture capital-funded startups should not be trusted with producing complex vehicles. Despite billions in funding and partnerships with companies like Amazon, Rivian delivered a product leaving early adopters stranded both literally and financially. The fundamental problem is complete dependence on software to control basic vehicle functions. Unlike traditional trucks where mechanical systems operate independently, virtually every R1T function requires functioning software. Owners report trucks becoming completely inoperable after routine software updates, sometimes requiring flatbed transportation to service centers hundreds of miles away. The Rivian service network exists primarily on paper. With just a handful of service centers nationwide, owners report driving hundreds of miles for basic service or waiting months for mobile technicians. One California owner documented waiting 4.5 months for a battery component while his $90,000 truck sat unusable. Battery fire risk remains the unspoken concern. Multiple thermal runaway incidents have occurred with vehicles completely destroyed. What is particularly concerning is Rivian's aggressive non-disclosure agreements with affected owners, keeping these incidents out of public view. Insurance companies are taking notice. Several major insurers are quietly restricting coverage or raising rates specifically for Rivian vehicles. The elephant in the room is Rivian's questionable long-term viability. Despite producing approximately 50,000 vehicles, the company continues losing billions annually with no clear path to profitability. Owners increasingly face the prospect of owning orphaned vehicles from a bankrupt manufacturer. Trucks with no part supply, no service network, and potentially no software support. Industry analysts privately question whether Rivian can survive another 24 months without major changes. Resale values reflect these concerns. Used R1Ts now sell for 30% to 40% below original prices despite relatively low production numbers. The early adopter premium has become an early adopter penalty. Many original reservation holders are underwater on loans by tens of thousands of dollars. One financial analyst described R1T ownership as combining all the risks of new technology, startup company instability, and luxury vehicle depreciation in one expensive package. The pattern we cannot ignore. Looking at these 7 trucks, a clear pattern emerges. Every vehicle prioritized marketing appeal over engineering fundamentals. They all rushed unproven technology to market before proper validation. And everyday truck buyers are paying the price for corporate corner cutting. What is troubling is how these failures contradict decades of proven truck development. The Ford F-150 became America's bestseller through evolutionary improvement, not revolutionary gambles. Toyota built its reputation on exhaustive testing before production. These principles have been abandoned in a rush to meet regulatory deadlines and quarterly earnings targets. Compare any truck on this list to its counterpart from 15 years ago. Those trucks regularly exceeded 250,000 miles with basic maintenance. They could be repaired anywhere by anyone with standard tools. They held value so well that trucks were considered wise financial investments. This industry-wide failure signals a dangerous future for truck buyers. As manufacturers continue prioritizing technology over reliability, we risk creating an entire generation of disposable trucks designed to last only through their initial lease period. The era of the million-mile truck may be ending before our eyes. If you own one of these 7 models, you face tough decisions. Keeping it means watching your investment plummet while repair costs mount. Selling means taking a massive financial hit. There are no good options. Just varying degrees of financial pain created by manufacturers who promised innovation but delivered complication. The trucks that built America deserve better, and so do the hard-working people who rely on them. We are going to ask final questions. Which truck disappointment hit you hardest? Did your experience match what we found? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe now, because next week we are exposing the 3 trucks still worth buying in 2026. You will not want to miss it.